Shalom, shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakal Kadash, and shalom to you, to my elders of GMS who told me this truth, and shalom to you brothers that scout throughout the four corners of the earth, preaching this gospel, preaching this word, risking your lives to do so. Shalom to you brothers. Yeah, I just want to get into this article and with this whole presidency and then with the strike that happened back in September 2nd, and it says what Trump and Hedge said after the September 2nd strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat, right? So this is all targeting. This has been targeting Venezuela, and and Trump has said that they're trying to stop the smuggling of drugs coming from Venezuela and different countries, but mainly Venezuela because that's who they want to go to war with, and we already know what that's about. They just want to go over there to take the resources of that country. They just want to go over there to steal the resources of that country so they can have. They want an excuse to go and to invade so they can take those resources. So they're gonna have to say, that they're smuggling drugs and we're trying to stop the war on drugs. Remember the war on drugs back in the 80s? The shit that they said when they put the shit in our in the black and brown communities and shit. They put all that crack cocaine and all that shit in our communities. Then they're gonna tell you, oh well, we trying to stop the war on drugs. You know what I mean? We're having a war on drugs, and we're trying to stop the epidemic. They ain't trying to stop shit because they're the ones that fucking started the shit in the first place to fulfill agenda. You know what I mean? To fulfill agenda to get whatever they want out of a situation. Problem, reaction, solution. This is what the devil does. This is what he does. And he has smoke with Venezuela right now, and so they're gonna lie, cheat, steal, whatever, to go up in there to take those resources, So cows, and from what I heard, those people that was on the boat, those were just fishermen. They were just fishermen. And the truth is it's never gonna come out with who those people really were, and if there were drugs on that boat. Why? Because it's gonna make the administration look bad, and they're not gonna have that. So they're just gonna run with this whole. It was drugs on that boat, whatever, this and the third. So we had to destroy the enemy, from bringing such and such, whatever, fentanyl, whatever, over into the U.S. All right. So I'm gonna read a little bit of the article and bring a scripture or two out, and Lord willing that this be edifying. So it says when President Donald Trump and defense officials revealed on September 2nd that the U.S. military killed 11 alleged drug smugglers on the boat in the Caribbean Sea, they touted it as a success in their war against South American cartels. Their initial comments were met with scrutiny due to the lack of details they provided. More questions arose months later after it was reported that survivors from the attack were killed in a subsequent strike. The White House later confirmed on Monday that there were more than one strike on the boat. Okay. Yeah, it shows you the video and everything like that, the picture of the boat. Trump first announced the strike on his social media site as a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists in the Southcom area of responsibility. All right. Right. Okay. Let me just go down a little bit. Trump alleged that the boat was under the control of Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro. Maduro denied the allegations and criticized the U.S. for the attack. Trump said a day later that a massive amount of drugs were on the boat, but provided little detail. That's right. This is what they're gonna say. Especially Trump, whatever in the administration, they're gonna say there was drugs on that boat. They want a reason to go up into Venezuela, to take out Maduro, and to take, siege of that country, and put their puppet leader in there to do their bidding. This is what this shit is about. This is all what this shit is about. This shit is just wickedness, man. This is Esau Edom. What do you expect, You know, he's a damn devil. And, you know, they trying to cover their tracks right now. They trying to, well, you know, we didn't know, you know, how many strikes it was, and, you know, can we, and then they're asking for the video because they're trying to say there was two strikes instead of one, you know. So Trump won't be slow, you know, to his feet on that. He ain't gonna, you know, I mean, he might not, never show that fucking video. But, you know, that we already know that Esau's a liar, man. I don't need to see it. We already know what they doing this shit for, you know. And this is, you know, this is where it's at right now. This is where it's at right now. Let me get John 10 and 10. I think it's 1 John 10 and 10. John 10 and 10. Okay, John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. You know, thief is come but to steal, kill, and destroy. You know, that's Esau Edom. You know, that's what he does. You know, he wants to go over there, take those resources from Venezuela. They want to get they want to, you know, delete Maduro and put their puppet leader in that country. Like I said, to do their bidding, to control everything that's going on in that country, as far as riches, resources, everything. That's what they want to do. You know, and those Venezuelans, those are Israelites. You know, those are our people that's over there, being persecuted right now. You know what I mean? They're about to go to war. You know, and I believe Maduro, you know, he was asking for the support of like Russia and these different, you know, allied, you know, countries, whatever, you know, to come against the U.S. You know what I mean? Well, to protect himself from the U.S. You know what I mean? To kind of guard himself a little bit better, you know, against this fucking wicked ass country, you know. But this is it, you know. This is what we're seeing. This is it, you know. This dude's a complete fucking devil, man. He has no regards for life, no regards for other people, nothing. Just fucking greedy, and they just you know, they just want to take everything, steal everything, and have everything for themselves. They don't share shit. They don't want to, you know what I mean? They don't. Yeah, they all in it for themselves, man. And it starts from the wicked elite on down. You know what I mean? Trump is just a figurehead. That's all he is. You know what I mean? He got to listen to his bosses, and his bosses are the elites. You know, who you don't see. You know, so, Salak, sorry. But, yeah, you know, I just wanted to make this little short video, you know, but this is where we're at right now. So, Lord willing, this be edifying. Until next time, Shalom.